Robert Bowie, Jr., class of '73. I have practiced law. I've created a law firm. I've had a very successful career. I also was fortunate enough to take a class with Elizabeth Bishop, who was and is one of the very well-respected late 20th century poets. She was quite formal, and she was a little bit like your grandmother, but she demanded respect. And she required that we each memorize 15 lines of 2 poems for every class. Her theory was that if you have the poems memorized and you're at a bus stop someplace and it's raining and you don't have anything to think about, you will recite these poems in a different environment and they will come alive yet again. The other teaching method she had that was just phenomenal was she said you can take any 2 poems and put them side by side and they will illuminate each other. Eventually, I asked her to write a recommendation for law school. And the look on her face gave away her feelings. First of all, I don't think she had much, if any, respect for the profession of law. And I think for me to be going in that direction after we seemed to have a bond that was based on creativity was a little upsetting, but I had gotten an A from her and she was well known. And so she wrote a recommendation, and she wrote it to the Yale Law School, and I didn't get in. So I went to Kirkland House, and I looked at the recommendation. It was 25 years later, I can't remember, it was a long time later. And it was a very positive, glowing, nice recommendation, but pretty much the last line indicated that I was a little misguided by going in this direction. And it was amazing because I felt like she reached out and touched my hand. It was just so beautiful. And I have practiced law. I've created a law firm. I've had a very successful career. But the love of literature and the love of her work has never died. And I have picked up on it, and I have written 8 plays that have been produced locally in Maryland. And I did a sonnet cycle, doing a sonnet a week for a year, exchanging it with another person to keep the discipline alive. But in the last sonnet in that sonnet cycle, I wrote to Miss Bishop and to Mr. Alford, Professor Alford, basically saying I've done this way late in my life, but I hope that you will take this as my honoring of you.